Capricorn, it's Jo from Angels and Ancestors and Darlings. This is your second half of July top-up reading. No clarifications, but in this reading I just want to touch on the opening of the Lionsgate portal, which is the 8th of the 8th. It's important this year because not only you've got the 8th of the 8th, but when you put 2024 together, it's also an 8. 3 8s. So brilliant for manifesting, brilliant for gathering your thoughts and picking up momentum about what it is that you want in your life and what you don't want in your life. And with also Saturn being in retrograde, it is really powerful this year. So how can you do that? Well, the portal starts opening about the 28th, 29th of July. So in this reading, I just want you to concentrate on making a list, if you want to, about what it is that you want to attract into your life and what it is that you want to release. Now, the release isn't going to be as important for this particular reading because I will do the release in the August reading, which I'm also going to talk a bit more about the Lion's Gate, but this build up towards the gate opening is really important. So gather your thoughts and start thinking about how you manifest. And instead of saying, I want this, can I have that, being polite, all of those sorts of phrases, what I want you to do is get into the thought that you've already achieved your target, you've already got your goal, you're living with it. So if you are a visualizer and you are trying to manifest a house or a home, go and buy a blank key from the key cutter's store. Just a blank key. Doesn't matter the shape, the size, the colour. Doesn't matter if it's got Eeyore on it. It doesn't matter if it's got Winnie the Pooh on it. It doesn't matter if it's Mickey Mouse is on it. Doesn't matter. Just a blank key. Put it on your key ring. And visualize that as being the key that's going to open the door of your new home. You've already got it. You've got the key. You're waiting for the home to catch up with you. You've got it. It's yours. So as you're building up to that Lion's Gate being open, I want you to write everything down. Now, I'm not going to do the 369 method with you. I think it's very long-winded. But what I do want you to do is take it out, whatever it is that you're manifesting. It could be a puppy, it could be a lollipop, it could be a trip abroad, it could be a car, it could be a house, it could be a new job, it could be a new business, it could be making tarot cards, it could be blending your own oils, it could be anything that you'd want it to be. When you think of how many million people there are on this planet, not everybody wants the same thing. So you just got to think of manifestation as this huge, massive, sorry to say, but fuck off size catalogue. And it's got everything in it that any human could possibly imagine and muster up as their manifestation. Now, as the universe comes in, the offer may come in really odd and you may be a little bit like, oh, I'm not sure about that. Don't hesitate for too long because the universe does move on and it does give it to the next person in the line. So be aware. Now, don't put yourself at any risk, obviously. If something comes in a bit odd, please do your research around it. Please avoid the scammers, all of that sort of stuff. Keep yourself safe. But as you're doing this manifesting coming up to the Lion's Gate portal, know it's important to keep yourself safe and blessed. And one of the things that I tend to do is use a lot of incense. I've just done the table again, so it smells divine in here. And this is what I use, a bit of wood. It's called Salo Panto. This is derived from trees that have died naturally. So it's quite expensive, but you can use a joss stick that you really like the scent of, a cone that you really like the scent of, an oil. I've got loads of oils. They're just beside me on the bookcase. But there is all different ways. You know, a scent should give you that feel good factor. If you smell a scent, you go, oh no, don't go there. Don't go there. It's got to give you that feel good factor, that factor that you can be protected from on high. Because if you're smelling a nice smell, through you, the spirits are smelling that as well as a positive smell. So don't ever think that you're disconnected, because you're not. It's the same as when you're eating something. As you take that mouthful and you're enjoying that mouthful of food, whoever it is that you want to share your space with, spiritually wise, they can also taste that. So if you are ever in the position where you want to do an offering to the gods but people are boo-hooing it, do it through your mouth, do it through your sensations. It's absolutely fine. And I've gone off track a little bit, haven't I? So just know that I want you to really practice this list, and it doesn't matter how long, how short it is, it doesn't matter. Just write it as if you've already received it. Do a visualize if that is how you feel. And the key works for a car as well, and for a business premises. If you are trying to manifest money, there's lots of blank checks on Google. Print one off and write yourself £1 million check and put it up somewhere so you're seeing it. I want you to look at it and read it out at least 2 or 3 times a day. And what I want you to do as well is tell the universe, yes, I've got a roof over my head, but I am a master manifestor and I'm going to attract more than this. You've got to do it in public. So get rid of the I want. That was a slip of the tongue. So when you're manifesting, you kind of put in terms like, I have got, but I am a magnet and I attract all these other things towards me, and I want to attract all those. So it doesn't matter how many of the blessings comes in thick, fast and furious, you're accepting of that and you're grateful for that. So don't forget to finish off whatever it is with gratitude. I'm so grateful for what I've got. I'm so grateful for what's coming in towards me, and I will practice the attitude of gratitude for the entirety of my life, because that's how we manage to get what it is in life that appears to elude us. Now, some of us are going to have blocks that we haven't addressed, and those blocks are, and I will give you an example. Those blocks are going to be really difficult to get rid of if you don't know what they are. So let me tell you, during my hypnotherapy training, something came up that I never even imagined could have been a block. It was from years ago, and I shared a lucrative business, and I was as miserable as fuck. I was miserable as sin. And when crunch time came, and I had family members say to me, oh, you're all right, you're all right, you've got money, you've got a roof over, you've got this, you've got that, you shop in Harrods, you do this. And I was like, hang on a second, none of this is making me happy. None of this is what it wasn't what I wanted. It wasn't. I was miserable within that. So I packed up and I left, much to the solicitor stroke lawyer's amazement, that I walked away with nothing. I literally walked away with what I came with, which was nothing, and we built the business together. And I never asked for a single penny, ever, not once. I just knew that my happiness was not there, and that's what was most important to me at that point, was finding my happy. And I did. I found my happy. I started to travel, and yeah, things changed for me, massively changed for me. Just walking away from that energy just changed reams for me. So if you don't know what your, or if you, let's do it, if you do know what your block is, and you're prepared to face that block, deal with that block, so that you're unblocked now. You can still benefit from the Lion's Gate this year. If it's something that's going to take you a little bit longer to get those blocks out of the way, don't forget you can manifest any time of the year. You can manifest, it doesn't matter. But this is a powerful time when Sirius is the most powerful in the sky. He is the biggest, brightest. I'm saying he is, but Sirius is a brightest star in the sky. So use the power of that star. It's like wishing on a star, isn't it? Use that star. Or if you've got something else planetary wise that you are really drawn to, sun, or it's not a planet, is it? The sun's a star. Moon, Pluto, Saturn, Mars, Jupiter, whoever it is, doesn't matter. You can do that anytime, but this Lion's Gate is powerful. So that's the bit that I wanted to get out of the way before we started doing the reading. Now, I'm really sorry if there's people out there that aren't interested, but a lot of my people are interested. So that's what I'm going to advise you to do, is do your list, get it out every day, look at it, read it out loud, get it into your psyche. And like I say, if you are visual, the other thing that I did when I wanted my car, I cut out the sign of the car that I wanted and I stuck it to the middle of the steering wheel. So I could visualise that I was driving that make of car. It's a visualisation. It's a reminder every time you get in the car. It's a reminder every time you get your keys that you've got a key on that key ring that belongs to either your car or your house. Yeah, sign yourself a check. Doesn't matter how much it's for, just sign yourself a check, pin it up, have a look at it. Also, there are some prayers where you can clear yourself of blocks and bring in what it is that you want. So my manifestation for this year is that I want all the blocks cleared out of the way so that my business takes off, which is what I want. It's what I want, it's what I need, it's what I'm manifesting. And I'm getting rid of the need and the want bit. We're going to push that to one side because I can't go to a manifestation in lack. So when I'm writing it, I write completely differently to how I speak, to be honest with you. So when I'm writing it, I just do a thank you to whoever it is out there, the divine, the universe, whatever. For me, it's Mother Gaia. And then I don't do I want because you're in lack. I do, look, you've given me so much already and I really am grateful for that. I now would like to attract this as well. And yeah, sometimes she bloody says no, like any good parent. So, my darlings, let's get on with the reading. The next reading, which is the August reading, I will go through with you about what to do when the Lion Gate's opened. And then as it shuts, the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, we will look at what you can let go of from the 9th onwards as it's shutting, because that means that it's closing down. It will take what you want to get rid of and it will dissipate it in the universe. It'll be gone. Okay. We have a new deck. I haven't even looked at the pictures. I've diffused them, I've blessed them, I've done all that stuff. But Rebecca Campbell, an artwork by Katie Louise, yet again. I think I've got about 5 or 6 of hers now. The Ancient Stones Oracle. Very pretty. This is the back of them. Haven't got a clue what the pictures look like. I haven't looked at them, so we're going to do that together. Really, really pretty backing of the deck. And I just quickly read some bits off the little card that they give you. And one of the bits that really came to me about the ancient stones is it's being attuned to your positive ancestors. So it really fits with the channel as well. So before we get started, if you like what I do, hit that like button, share, subscribe, leave me a message. I like getting messages. Just a little bit of warning, if you use derogatory terms, it will automatically be deleted. I've already got that set up. And anybody who hasn't got a proper identifier is not able to leave messages on my channel. So let's get your energy card out. I will put a timer on this for when the reading starts so that you can kind of scoot past the intro. So, my lovelies, have an energy card for Capricorn, please, for the latter part of July. Now, this is a brand new deck, so it may take a bit of time to get the card out. We'll go with that one. Ooh. Healing stones. Tenderness, care, gentleness and nourishment. Look after yourself, Capricorn. No other bugger will, so you need to be doing it. And healing comes in all sorts of forms. Like that says, what does it say? Tenderness, be kind to yourself, care for yourself. You know, that is body, mind and spirit. Gentleness, be kind to yourself. And nourishment, be careful about what you're putting into your face and into your stomach, because that is important as well as part of how you look after yourself. So, what started Capricorn's WTF? Okay. Facing your fears and taking your power back for Capricorn. Thank you. Okay. Manifestation and wish fulfillment. I'm not taking that many. Movement and journey, please. Are you finding your movement and journey, you're planning ahead, you're moving forward a little bit difficult at the moment? Because I kind of went onto a blank screen there for a second. It was like, what's that all about? So yeah, movement and journey. Where the fuck does Capricorn need to be? What you can do about the situation, what is out of Capricorn's hands for the latter part of July. Okay. Reconnecting to your true self. And the outcome. Okay, darling, so what started your WTF? Now, there's been a bit of emotional upset. Now, whether it is now, this could be 5 weeks, it could be 5 months, it could be 5 years, been an upset. Somebody dropped a chalice on the floor. They were done. But you've held on to it. You've held on to something emotional around this. Now, this could be somebody who's passed away. It could be somebody who has left. It could be something that you lost. It could be a human. It could be a fur baby. It could be a business. It could be all sorts of things. So just remember that when we're talking about the chalices and we're talking about pouring things away, it's not always going to be significantly to do with a life partner. But this is what you've been holding on to. You've been slowly over, I'm going to say over the last few weeks, so you've started to let it go. You've started to release it. You've started to let up on it. And you've started to pour that water out symbolistically to show that you're letting go of it. You've got the 3 chalices in the upright, in the basket, that are waiting for your attention. They're waiting for you to move on with them. So just know that there is more than the chalice that you're letting go of. And it's okay for you to release that energy now, because it is a transitional card. All the 5s are transitions from one position to another. And it is bringing you out the other side after you have been able to come to terms with and deal with the hurt that you felt around this. Okay? So, facing your fears and taking your power back. Now, you've got the 6 of chalices. Now, this is my reminiscence and my reunion card. So, facing your fears around this, are you worried that something, this little canary's in the cage here, are you worried that something is going to be let out of the cage? Something is going to rear its head from your childhood that you really are not interested in about reunions or reminiscing about? So that's facing that fear. But taking your power back, there is going to be a reunion, and it's not going to be with loads of people. I do get the essence. It's only going to be like a one-on-one. And this person has got your back because they've got a similar, not exactly the same, but a similar memory to you. And it kind of validates for you that it wasn't a dream or a nightmare or whatever it was that reared its head as a child. But this person is going to validate for you what it is that you've already been feeling. Now, keep in mind, when that canary's out of the cage, there's no putting it back. So you may feel that you want to share that experience with them by telling them I had the same experience, or telling them that you're not ready to share it yet. Whichever way is easiest for you to deal with. But, you know, the 6 of chalices is usually a celebration. So what I'm kind of getting is that this is going to be a really big relief for you. It's going to be a huge relief for you. And it may be that this is not a planned reunion. Perhaps this is something that just suddenly rears its head at the end of July, where this person just turns up out of the blue, or you turn up for them out of the blue, and they're busting a gut to talk about what happened in the past. So facing your fear is that about you sharing what happened. Taking your power back is listening to the story that is similar to yours around the same time from this other person, and it's going to give you the strength to be able to kind of turn that from an obstacle into an opportunity, and the opportunity is to release it. So those 2 may well be connected, 5 into the 6, possibly. But you will feel better afterwards. You will feel that it was a worthwhile get together. I do get that will continue. It won't be sort of like, oh, I don't want to tell her any more secrets, or him any more secrets. I do get that this is going to rekindle a friendship that was really important to you. And I will say this to you because something similar happened to me, where a friend and I had a similar experience with somebody, and I didn't know that she knew, and she didn't know that I knew. And it took us, wait for it, it took us 30 odd years to get the opportunity to actually discuss what had happened. And we finally laid it to bed. We finally found out that the common denominator was somebody that actually made us feel physically sick. So just know that it will help you no end. And it doesn't matter if you dropped an ice cream. It doesn't matter if an ice cream was knocked out of your hands. It doesn't matter if it was some sort of difficulty at home. It doesn't matter if it was a personal episode in your life. This person is going to validate, and they're going to tell you of a similar story. So just hold. One of my friends' mums years ago, she was Scottish, and she used to go, hold on to your hollyhocks. And I always thought hollyhocks was something like an undergarment, and then I became a gardener and I found out it was a flower. So yeah, very nice, very, very nice. It is going to lift the clouds, it's going to lift the gloom, it's going to lift the heaviness, and it is going to make you feel like you are stepping into a new summer day, which is going to be brilliant for you. So manifestation and wish fulfillment, holding on to something. Now this person at the door here, I very often get, and I am getting it for you, they are somebody that's come in and they have bled you dry. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, even sensually, but materialistically, definitely. This person has done, they're an energy vampire, and whatever form that took for you, you're keeping them behind the door because you are done. You don't want to be dealing with this anymore. So you're the Four of Pentacles that you're taking off the wall in anticipation that they are going to be after something. Now those Four Pentacles, that can say like money, it can be career, it can be home life. You could be protecting all of that. But I'm kind of getting for you that this is emotional, that you're holding on to some of that emotion for yourself. If you're holding on to Pentacles for some reason, if you are saving money, good on you if you can save money. That's brilliant. But I do get that this may be somebody who is an energy vampire, and you're like, hell no, I'm having these last Four Pentacles for myself. I'm not giving you any more. You've had enough out of me. Yeah, I do get this. And right in behind that, you've got the 15, which is nature, setting traps. Now, I get that you may have set this trap and trapped yourself into offering this person, and I just heard offering this person a get out clause. So I don't know if it's somebody who's got an addiction, maybe gambling or alcohol, and you've given them a get out clause just by your very nature of, oh well, they haven't got enough, so I'm going to give them something. It's almost like you're now saying, oh no, you face the music. You face the music, because I'm releasing this trap and I'm going to go with my best friend the bear, and I'm going to dance with the wood nymphs. I'm getting that is quite positive. It's also described as a Capricorn card. So I think you are taking the bull by the horns, and you are literally, with a major arcana, finally putting your foot down and saying, you are not trapping me into doing this again. I'm done. I think that you set the trap initially, but they've kept you there. They've kept you in that trap. Quite serious. I'm talking seriously. This could have gone on for years, but you're finally there. You're finally at that stage where you're like, no more. I'm releasing the trap and I'm off. That's it. I'm done. So good for you. That's another number 6. When you add the 15 together, it becomes a 6. So that's another really good celebration card, a relief card. And you've got all these beautiful glowworms up here that are lighting up where the wood nymphs are dancing, and then in behind that, little 10 of chalices, which is the ultimate happiness. This is the coming together of your family. This is adding to your family, additions to the family. It doesn't matter how you're adding to it. It could be that you are going to add a fur baby to the family. It could be that you're adopting. It could be that you're blending. It doesn't matter what it is. It's an ultimate outcome. It's the ultimate happy family card. And where that 10 is, there has to be a new beginning, because a 10 is a completion. So as you complete that family, what you're going to get is the Ace of Chalices going to come in and give you those new opportunities to build this new life together. To understand how each other tick, to sort out what it is that you need to sort out, puppy pads maybe, all of that sort of stuff. But it's a completion and a new beginning, and a very positive one. So this is your manifestation, darling. So there's been a long time coming for you to get in this position and say no more. You've been manifesting this for some time. Now you need to take that step out of this and bring it into reality. What we need to see is it's in your movement and your journey rather than in your manifestation. So now we've planted that seed, it may be a bit easier for you to understand that these two stand in the way of this one. So you you should be thinking in these terms. Okay, I don't want you to have any more of my stuff, and I'm releasing myself, because this is really what my aim is. But it's coming through as it's all manifestation. There's no problem with that, but you really do need to put some words and some thoughts and feelings into action to make it actually happen. So your movement, your journey, where the fuck you need to be. You've got the 8, you've got the crone. Now the crone has walked this pathway for lifetimes, not just this lifetime, many lifetimes. She's picked up knowledge and wisdom 101. Her partner in crime, her companion, if you like, that beautiful lion, and this is a Leo card, so you could be somebody that's got a Leo in their lives. I was going to say in their birth chart. Perhaps you've got Leo in your birth chart, Capricorn. I don't know. Anyway, it's a number 8. So it's another 8. It's communication. It's about manifestation. It's about knowing where it is you're going, where you want to be, and having the strength to get there. So this crone and the lion rely on each other. Her for her knowledge and wisdom of moving forward, and him for the strength to carry this through. So what they're saying is you need to understand that you are extremely strong, and your wisdom doesn't just come from this lifetime, it comes from many lifetimes. You know, sometimes you sit there and something comes out of your mouth and you go, where the hell did that come from? That's not something I would normally say. If you go back on some of my videos, I will sometimes be like, well, where the hell did that come from? That's not a term that I use. It's either somebody else is having a little bit of a download into your brain, or it's something you're picking up from a past lifetime. Right in behind the strength card, the crone card, in comes the 3 of chalices. There is a celebration on this pathway for you with friends, family and community. And it is going to be a really good shindig. It's not going to be a one and done. It's going to be a celebration that's going to continue over a period of time. What can you do about this situation? You've got the Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo or Sagittarius. This could be somebody around you, somebody you're about to meet, but what you can do about this is listen to them. Very often when I get this Queen come up, she is lovely. I love her. I really do. She's not as snarky and as precious as the King. I do find the King of Wands precious. She's not arrogant at all, but she does know that when she waves that magic wand, that whatever she wants is just her. She is a master manifester. Huge master manifester, and to the outside world she's just got everything. She's got everything, but she knows that's not possible, so she sits on that chair and she's looking directly at you and she's giving you advice. If you don't heed that advice, and this is usually around projects, plans and people, because that's what fire signs are really good with, are projects, plans and people. Now I'm going to say that this person has given you advice in the past about this issue that you've had, and you've not heeded it. And I'm going to say to you, start heeding it, start taking notice of it, because she will bippity boppity boo your ass with that wand. If you don't start, she just gets the ump. All of us get the ump, especially when somebody comes along and goes, oh, you'll never guess what so-and-so and so-and-so, and you go, yeah, but I told you that 6 months ago. Oh yeah, but this person, and you're like, I just want to strangle you right now. That's their attitude. They're going to be like that. Don't ask for my counsel. Don't ask me to help you sort something out and then go and find out what you see as the truth from another party. Don't come to me with that. They can help you sort it out and they're willing to, but oh my God, they will come down on you like a ton of shit if you start playing around and you don't heed what they're saying to you. So what is out of your hands? The Green Man. There is a leap of faith required here, and it's been required for some time because it's reset itself at 0. And the universe is helping you with this, because the universe is going to kick your booty. If you don't get your booty, and that was really polite of me, wasn't it? If you don't get your booty into gear and start doing this for yourself, taking this leap of faith away from this situation, let me tell you, the universe is going to give you a hard shove. And usually I say, oh, it's a gentle nudge. No. As soon as I laid that down, I got, oh, that's a hard nudge. That's something that's coming in that's like, get out there, do it. Do what you've got to do to make this happen. So reconnecting to your true self, you've got another 10. But this time at the 10 of Pentacles. This is the coming together of family. Whatever you decide family is to you. Don't scream at the screen. I know people have diverse families, chosen families, all of that sort of stuff. But you are going to get together because either somebody's becoming very dependent on you, or somebody is about to fledge the nest, and everybody is running around to make sure that that happens, to make sure that that is going to be a completion. And it could be that if somebody's becoming a little bit more dependent on you, that you're spending more time with them, and it means that other people are suffering because of that, and that's why other people are coming in and rallying, because they want to see you, they want to see everybody else. But this fledging as well, it could mean that you're a first-time empty nester. Now, I don't want you to see this as an obstacle, because it's not. It's a completion that we all have to go through around finances. Sometimes we've got good years, sometimes we've got bad years. Around careers, sometimes we make good choices, sometimes we make bad choices. And our home life, sometimes our home lives are happy, sometimes our home lives are sad. It's the nature of the beast. It's the human condition. It's the human experience. It's okay to do that. But because it's a completion, and you've got cherry blossoms, the sun shining, everything is coming up roses, you will start to see the benefit of this 10 of Pentacles hugely as your personal guide for where you're going next, and reconnecting to your true self. There is nothing more precious and valuable than being part of that family, that group, whoever it is that you decide are the people that you have around you all the time. Now, on the flip side of this, it is a completion. So there is going to be a new beginning. So there may be the necessity to have a move. Now, that doesn't mean necessarily that you're going to move, but somebody else could be moving. There could be a change of career. There could be the launch of a business. And there could be new investments to be made. So just know that as that comes into completion, the cycle starts again, and it's really exciting. It's very nice. So we have got as an outcome card the Knight of Chalices. Now, normally I would say to you, this is my apology card, but as soon as I saw this, I got, oh, hold on a minute. There's a knight offering a cup of love. What's that all about? This is literally, this is my apology card. I don't get this at all with this card, but I do get that there is possibly, when I say a younger person, now knights for me are 18 plus, and do you know, sometimes they start a bit earlier and they finish a bit later, depending on their personality and whether they've got a maturity or not. You know, because you've got the pages that I feel like, I say anything up to 25, but you know, you get some more mature 18-year-olds than 25-year-olds, funnily enough. So in comes this person with this chalice on offer. And he's holding it up and he's really happy with himself. Look what I've got. I'm holding it out for you. You can have this. And the horse is like, oh, here we go again. And you're like, well, I don't know that I want it. Listen to what they've got to say. Give them a fair hearing. But two things. One, make sure that that chalice is substantial. It's got something in it, that they've done the work for themselves, that they have filled that chalice up with everything they want. And in actual fact, what they're offering you is the overspill, the thing that you know that they've healed, that they've made good, that they've done all that sort of stuff. And also know the second thing is that you're highly protected, and you will say absolutely 100% whether this is worth it. Now, I have to say, unless you are in your late teens, if you're under 18, you shouldn't be watching this at all. But if you're sort of like late teens into your early 20s, perhaps it's a night you're looking for. But for the majority of us, we would want something a bit more substantial than what a night can offer. You know, lots of people don't want people going off and doing battles and all of that kind of shit. But just know that there is a lot of protection around you. There's a lot of love around you. And this Page of Chalices, he doesn't mean any harm. He just doesn't know how you're going to respond. But he is going to know, because you're going to tell him. And what's hidden from you is that this Page of Wands, in actual fact, is a king. But he is kind of hedging his bets on trying to offer you something less than he actually is. Because I get that he's a little bit worried about what he has to offer that's been taken advantage of before, and he's been hurt. So in actual fact, what's hidden from you is this knight is actually a king, male or female. We're dealing with energy, not sexuality. Now this king he drives me insane. He really does. This king sits at a table, raises a glass to you, eats with you, celebrates you, but be fucked if they're going to tell you how they feel, because they've been hurt before, because they have been seen and done it. They do lovely things for people. They really do. They offer things up. You know, if you're hungry, you get something to eat. If you want a bunch of flowers and you happen to mention it in front of them, the next thing you know, you've got a bunch of flowers on your doorstep. They're that kind of king. They're really, really kind and sweet and sincere. But they are just not going to tell you how they feel. So if you're the type of person that needs to hear that somebody loves you, you may steer clear of this initially. But I will say to you that this person, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or somebody who's a little bit, to start with, wishy-washy, okay, is going to step into king energy, mature emotions, mature ways of dealing with things. And you're going to take a second look like, well, why did you present us that if you're that? And there may be a good reason for it. And perhaps the reason isn't good enough for you, because I do know, like myself, a lot of people don't like lies or innuendos, that there is a lie hanging around. So just know that whatever's in that chalice, you need to make sure that they've worked on themselves, that they've dealt with all their issues and problems. And clearly they haven't, because this king is presenting as the knight, because he has got other things to deal with. Now, oh darn, the word lame duck came to mind. Do not be tempted to pick up a lame duck. You've got enough going on. You've got enough of your emotions to be healing without worrying about what other people are doing. And yeah, I was going to say and something, and then they stopped me. That's why you've got this healing stones out, because you still haven't healed properly from this first incident that we were talking about. And then you've got this coming in and you're like, what the fuck? How the hell did that happen? Well, it's going to happen, but you've got the opportunity to listen. Not take the opportunity if you don't want to. It's your choice. You don't have to. Ensure that they have done the work that they're supposed to do, because the last thing you want them to do is drain you while you're still trying to work on your shit. Simple as that. But as soon as they turn into this, you know, what should be a wonderful king, however, just underneath that, they may well give you a fucking headache with the 9 of Athames. So just be aware that this person that's going to present to you may not all be all that they're cracked up to be. Now, I'm not going to say this is a lover. I'm not going to say that it's anything to do with that. This could be a family member you've not seen for a long time. This could be a friend that comes up because of the reunion or the reminiscence. Oh, have you seen so-and-so as well? They're around as well. And you may just reluctantly give in and go and meet up with this person. Take your gut feeling, that 3 seconds before your brain kicks in, what is it your intuition is telling you? Just know that you don't need to be dragged down at the moment, Capricorn. You got enough of your own bullshit to be getting on with it. I am surprised the 10 of Wands didn't come out. But you've got 2 tens there, both really positive. One's in your manifestations, which is what you want. One's in you reconnecting to your true self. Darlings, be true to yourself. Do this cleansing, this clearing, this healing. And heal to the point of repair so nothing bothers you anymore. Anything else for Capricorn, please? Thank you. Okay. So we have protection, guardian, drop your shield. Now what that means is don't get rid of it, don't throw the shield away, but they're asking you to drop the shield down away from your heart space to allow new growth to come in, new feelings to come in. It's okay, you are safe to do that. Magic, guardian, unlock the magic within. Hermit, retreat and recharge. Now that goes along, because that's what made me take a second look at that card. So retreat and recharge with Hermit. Take some time out, go on holiday, go to bed, doesn't matter, but just retreat and recharge your batteries. Snake, shed old skin. Do not allow anything from the past to stick to you. Slither out of the old skin and be a nice, shiny, brand new you. Mother Earth, feel loved and comforted, and she certainly does love and comfort everybody. The White Witch, be the light. Let the lessons that you've learned from your past ignite your aura and your spiritual light, because you have got a lot to share, a lot of knowledge and wisdom to share with other people. Darlings, that is your reading for the end of July. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. Wherever you are in the world, please be safe, and I will catch you in the next reading. Bye for now.